Man, welcome back to the Fake Stuff Podcast. Back at it again. Oh, man, it's my favorite time of year. Week 1, gambling. Time to win that money. Here at the Fake Stuff Podcast, we talk Dynasty, we talk Redraft, we talk Best Ball, we talk it all. But our main thing, man, our go-to is the gambling. Every week you're going to see me or the Craft Man on the podcast or here, the podcast, and you'll see all our bets, gambling, 18 or 17 weeks at least. 17 weeks of gambling, along with all the fantasy football content we've been doing. I just love it. I love the gambling. I love everything about it. I love it more than the fake stuff. Yeah, I said it. I do it. I love the gambling more than the fake stuff. I ain't gonna lie. So I got a Thursday night slate for you. I got game lines. I got prop bets for your prize picks, underdog, dabble. I got all that stuff for you. Yo ass. But before we move on, we don't ask for much around here. We don't ask for your money. We just say don't be a hoe and share the show. Especially if you like to make money and you like to gamble and you like to do the same things we do. Add the show, like, subscribe, and then tell a friend about it. So don't be a hoe. Share the show. This is what we do, man. We talk fake football, dynasty redraft, and then we come on here and do it for the pod. So hey, just listen, man. Just thank everybody who's listened to the podcast. Thank everybody for the past couple years. This will be our second true year of going hard on the gambling. We always do the gambling, but this will be the second year we putting it out there for the podcast. So everybody, thank y'all so much. Don't be a hoe. Share the show. Add the fake stuff FF. This is the Fake Stuffs Podcast Twitter if you want to see all our episodes posted and stuff like that. And go at me at Crewmat Hamm. We're doing more, betting baseball, we're betting college football, we're doing it all, so go at me on Twitter. But yeah, man, we'll just dive right into it because, I said a lot of things I had to say last episode when I did our season-long bets. I'm coming on here this week. We'll try to get a good start, and then we'll try to build and move on. So win, let's place the bets, we win, put our heads down, get in the lab, and we do it again. I got a bunch of bets placed by 4 of your fake stuff non-experts for your ass. And let's just go ahead and start it from the top. We got our Thursday night, because, man, dang, I'm recording this on Thursday morning. We got football tonight. We got it tonight. We got our Thursday night football slate, Cowboys versus the Eagles. Somehow we always get the Cowboys in big-time spots. But open today, they could have spared us with that one. But Cowboys versus Eagles. Got a few plays for tonight. Our first play, Dallas +8 versus Philadelphia. And listen, the main reason, and I'm gonna explain it. I'll be explaining this all year. My favorite stat, the main thing I look at when I place bets is where's the money going. Where does the public have most of their money? Where does Vegas have their money? And a lot of the money is going on Philadelphia right now to cover. It was at 7.5. I caught it at 8. I've seen it at 8.5. So, that's just where me and the poor man P. Miller, we talk about every bet, every game line has been discussed. Heck, every prop bet, every bet that's been placed has been discussed, talked about, given the opposite opinions. We do it all, man. And we look up, we do the work. So we come up with Dallas +8 tonight for our first NFL bet of the year. Easy money, but prop bets. We got Dak Prescott tonight, over 1.5 touchdowns. Javonte Williams, under 36.5 rushing yards. And Saquon and, Saquon and Jalen Hurts, quarterback, over 1.5 rushing or receiving touchdowns. I want to clarify this Dak Prescott. If you go on Prize Picks, it's got a little red demon beside it. We're going to be keeping up with our demon picks, too. Like last year we just had it all combined. But the demon, that stands for harder. The odds are a little bit tougher, and you can win more money. So Dak Prescott to throw for 2 touchdowns tonight will get you a little more money. But, yeah, like I said, tonight, Thursday night, first game of the season. I can't wait. We're gonna be chilling and watching their games. And I got Dallas +8 versus Philly. Dak Prescott over 1.5 touchdowns. I got Javonte Williams under 36.5 rushing yards, and Saquon and Hurts to score 2 touchdowns combined without the passing. This is rushing and receiving, so maybe some tush push and all that good stuff. But yeah, man, this is just what we expect. I expect the Cowboys to come out here and do their thing. And when it comes to Javonte Williams and the under, like everybody expects the Cowboys to not have a defense, not have a run game. So it kind of goes along with what the fellas are going right here. Dak Prescott to score, Javonte Williams to not do anything, and then always the Philadelphia Eagles Hurts guaranteed. I mean, he's pretty much guaranteed. So 1.5. You combine that with Saquon. If that once they get the run game going, Cowboys might not be able to stop them. The over might be a good one too to hop on. I know the public is high on the over, but I'd go along with that one. Week one game lines. Week one game lines for your ass. If you're looking on YouTube, and I forgot to say it before the episode, but go add us on YouTube, especially if you like the game, the gambling, because you can check us out on the screen. I got every bet placed. I got it scrolling out the bottom. I'm also going to bring them up and talk about them for a little bit, but every bet that we have placed, if you check us out on YouTube, it is there for you so you can see it. If you're on audio, thank you. Share the show anyways. I know in the past I've put all the bets we placed in the descriptions. I'm just not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to, you listen to the podcast. You can get our bets. You can check us out on YouTube. You can get every bet we've placed. So, anyways, for those who've been doing it, thank y'all so much. My first bet of the week, first one, a little hometown, a little home loving Atlanta Falcons +115 versus Tampa Bay. And listen, this ain't just a homer pick. I hate on Falcons a lot. I hate on our fan base because we have the worst fan base in the NFL. There ain't no doubt about it. But I'm a believer. I'm a believer in Phoenix. I'm a believer in Atlanta getting over 7.5 wins this year. For them to do that, they need to go ahead and take care of week one versus Tampa Bay at home. Tampa Bay's a little banged up. They're going to roll Mike Evans out there, but no Godwin. Cade Otton's been banged up. Rashad White's been banged up. Just Atlanta at home. Let's get the run game rolling. I just like it. If you want to get that to that 7.5 total, if you want to win the division, this is a good way to start it off right here. Like, let's go Atlanta. Let's go Phoenix. I get the fantasy implications. Like, I'm super excited about the fantasy football stuff with the Atlanta Falcons. But let's play some winning football here, Arthur Blank. Like, worst owner in sports. I can't stand him. Let's play some winning football. We invested in the defense a little bit. Let's get the run game rolling. Let's go. Falcons. Money line +115 to win. Our next bet, Bills, Ravens, under 50.5. Listen, man, beginning of the year, I've done it. I've done it the past couple years. I say it to the craft, man. We talk about it and mention it all the time. Offenses do, to me, I don't know. I don't have no statistical analysis to this, but offenses do start off slow, especially in the NFL. So under 50.5. I know these are two high flying offenses, and they'll get it rolling eventually. Another reason is the public is 64% on the over. So I'm going to roll with Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Where is Vegas going to cash out? The Bills and the Ravens are kind of close on the money lines and the spreads. So where's the biggest difference? The over and the under. A lot of the money's going on the over right now. So check me to hit the under on 50.5. Next, we got New England -2.5 versus Las Vegas. So this one surprises me a little bit because a lot of the money's going on Vegas, especially with a lot of hype that's been coming to New England this year and stuff like that. My guy, Poor Man P Miller, catches New England at -2.5. I like this one. I do expect Vegas to improve somewhat, but I don't know, man. If the Patriots are going to be what we think they're going to be, and maybe hit that 8.5, that 9, win-loss mark right there, and they take a step up with Drake May, Variable, Henderson. Gotta get this one. You gotta get this one. And I like this one. The poor man P Miller are all over that one. Green Bay, the Kraft Man's Green Bay Packers -2.5 versus Detroit, and I like it. Detroit. Listen, all the money's on Detroit. Money line 50. No, the spread is like 58% on Detroit. The money line's at like 86% Detroit. So me and the crew, we're going against the grain. Green Bay -2.5. Micah Parsons in the building. It's going to be just exciting. They got the defense rolling. The Packers, make no mistake about it, the Packers may have a young roster, but they are going for the Super Bowl. You don't trade 2 first-rounders to go get a defensive end and then pay him if you're not trying to win it all. So make no mistake about it. Let's go ahead and get the first week rolling. Green Bay -2.5 versus Detroit. If you want to win the division, you got Super Bowl aspirations. Let's go ahead and get that first one. This next one, though, might be my favorite bet because all the money's on Jacksonville when it comes to the spread. I got Carolina +3.5 versus Jacksonville. And listen, I'm kind of high on Jacksonville. I do think Jacksonville will be better. I think Carolina's going to be good. I think Bryce Young has been, he had his troubles last year, but once he got benched and then came back in, he stepped it up. So I expect the Carolina Panthers to be a little bit better football team. +3.5. And when it comes to gambling, whenever I see -3.5 and -7.5, I do not like it. I like to stay away from those. So +3.5, I start creeping a little bit towards it. Carolina +3.5. I believe Carolina's improved. I believe Jacksonville's improved. But I just think Bryce Young, with the way they finished last year, they add Ted McMillan to the mix. Chuba Hubbard, they get the run game rolling real quick. +3.5. My favorite one. That's my favorite bet of the weekend because I really don't know. It's just one of those where it's like, what is really about to happen in that game? I mean, I don't know. We're just gonna have to find out week 1. Like, what's Carolina really gonna be like? What's Jacksonville really about to be like? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do, T-Law? What you gonna say? Our last game line of the week: Houston +2.5 versus the Rams. I've seen it moved up to +3. And listen, man, everybody's on the Rams. I'm just gonna go ahead and I got it right here. I got it written down. We have, if you count Dallas, if you count the Thursday night slate, we got 7 game lines. Me and Phil have went with Vegas 6 out of 7 matchups, and the one that we didn't is this one. Houston is the one where the public. So I think I misspoke. I was saying everybody was on the Rams. Everybody did start off on the Rams. Now the money has moved towards Houston. 58% on the money line, or on the spread at least. 58% of the money on the spread is going to Houston. So that's the only one of the 7 bets we placed that we wrote alongside the public. If you want to understand how me and the poor man P Miller, because we take over the game lines mostly. Craftman and MBB, they have their input, but when it comes to the game lines, like, I want to know the game script of the game. What's the game script going to be? Is this going to be a run heavy? Is this going to be a low scoring game? I want to know the game script, and then I gotta know where's the money going. Where is the money going? Where's the public? Where's Vegas? I'm gonna say it every week I hop on this damn podcast. I'm gonna say, where is the money going? Because there's a reason why Vegas has all these tall buildings out there and stuff. They ain't losing. Vegas be winning. So I like to go ahead and bet with Vegas. So let me recap it real quick. And if you, like I said, if you're on YouTube, check us out at the bottom of the screen right there. I got every bet place. But ATL, Atlanta, money line versus Tampa Bay. Hey, week 1 division home dogs since 2009 are 24-7 against the spread. That's 77%. That's a high hit rate for home dogs on week 1. I went ahead and picked them up outright money line though. Bills, Ravens under 50.5. 2 good offenses, but look for it to start slow in week 1. A little filling each other out type deal, stuff like that. So yeah, Bills, Ravens under 50.5. Noah Bubba Blower said he might have heard some weather, maybe some weather problems up there. So Next, New England versus Las Vegas. Look, it's like I said, if New England's what people are acting like with Drake May and Vrabel, they need to go ahead and take care of business versus the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm just being honest. Green Bay, Super Bowl aspirations, Kraft Man's team. Go ahead and start it off right versus Detroit. And, never know what Detroit's going to come out doing. I know they got Jared Goff, and every player is the same. But new offensive coordinator, some things might not click the same. Green Bay just added Michael Parsons, so we'll see how that one plays out. And then the last one, nope, that's right, not the last one, but my favorite one, Carolina plus 3.5 versus Jacksonville. And listen, it's because all the money's on Jacksonville. That's why I placed this bet. This game intrigues me so much because it's like, what the hell is about to happen in this game? I do not know. I cannot say because I like both of these teams looking going forward for the season to at least be solid. Then the last one, Houston plus 2.5, the only one where we sided with the public on. There were a few other interesting bets, like we saw San Francisco minus 2.5, and there was just so much money going on them. I just could not do it. There was a couple more out there. The home dogs. Let's see. In week one, if you're not a home dog, but in week one, if you're underdogs 8 to 10, those teams are 19-2 versus the spread this year, and that's the cow. So that's a little, a little notch for the Cowboys. I think the other one was the Titans versus the Broncos. Maybe look for the Titans to cover. Just some interesting bets to think about. But that is our slate of our game lines. And next, I'm going to go over some prop bets. And listen, man, we're going to call them prop bets. We always call them prize picks. But prop bets is what we're going to call them now because prize picks, underdog, dabble, sleeper. Listen, if you really about it, if you really into it, you should just get on all these platforms and find out what the best line is. But, I like using prize picks. Dabble has a unique platform, the way they do things. I think underdog is for your junkies and stuff like that. I mean, you can get deep in the woods, deep in the mud and on underdog. So, yeah, prop bets this year, prospects, underdog, dabble, sleeper. If you look at the bottom of the screen on YouTube, every bet that we have placed is scrolling at the bottom of the screen looking like ESPN for your ass. But we got about 10, let me count them, 10. We got 3 demon picks, so 4 demon picks total for the whole weekend. Listen, man, these guys last year were hot. I mean, I feel like people don't understand how hot we were on gambling. These guys right here were hot on our over and unders on our prop bets, and this is my advice. We got like 10 prop bets here. You're not going to like them all. You're not going to like everything the Craftman and MBB put out. So why don't you pick the ones that you match up? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get the ones I like. I'm going to match them up, and I'm going to win me some money this next week. I'm going to save that money, and I'm going to put my head down, and I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to tune into the Craftman and MBB. So that's what I do. Listen, we got all these prop bets right here. Match them up accordingly. Go win you some money. I'm also going to say this before I keep rolling. 2 legs, man. I don't like doing 3 legs and 4 legs. I'm a 2-leg guy. I like the single bets, and then I like to, if there's a look, you can't win money on the one person you know is going to win. If you check me out in UFC gambling, I'll like somebody, but I got to pair it up and 2-legged. I like the 2-leg, so I'm a 2-leg kind of guy. You'll probably see a lot of 2-leg prize picks this year. First one, Christian McCaffrey, over 72.5 rushing yards. I seen it at 76. That number's still dropping, so people not believing in CMC, which with the number dropping like this, obviously the public is on the under. Man, I say as long as CMC, I believe the Craftman said it, but as long as CMC's, his number's below 100, I think you just smash it the whole way through, just all the way until until it all falls apart, I guess. Next, we got Joe Flacco. Over 1.5 pass touchdowns. One of those demons. We got 4 demons. This is one of them. Listen, Bengals got no defense. Bengals always start slow. Joe Flacco likes to sling the rock, so we'll see how it goes. I mean, I feel like this one's a good bet. I give the fellas credit for taking a look at this one because it's the Browns, you know what I'm saying? But Bengals always start slow. Bengals don't have a defense. Joe Flacco's going to be slinging it long. Jerry Jeudy, Njoku, Tillman, I mean, all them guys, they're going to be getting involved. Next, I got Chuba Hubbard over 61.5 rushing yards. Hey, it just goes to that game. I don't know what's going to happen in that Carolina-Jacksonville game, man. No clue. So if the Panthers can get the running game going, Chuba Hubbard to the moon. I got Mike Evans over 0.5 receiving touchdowns. Man, his is on Prize Picks as a demon too. Ridiculous. If you get Mike Evans at the demon and all he has to do is score one touchdown, you hit it. You do it until you just keep going it and you keep making money off of it. We got DK Metcalf over 4.5 receptions. First game, Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf. Aaron Rodgers likes to hyper target his number one receiver. There's really not a number two guy. So, I mean, look for DK to have a big. I mean, we put money on him to hit the over on his season long bets. If he's going to do it, he might as well start week one with a hot start. He's going to see a lot of targets as long as they're not running the ball like crazy, which I doubt they will. Trey McBride over 59.5 receiving yards. Listen, I've been high on Trey McBride. That's my guy right there. Or the guy I ain't leaving the draft with, even though I did leave the draft without him. But Trey McBride over 59.5. Hey, we're about to see what the Cardinals look like. Because if Kyler Murray is going to have problems with Marvin Harrison a little bit, look for Trey McBride to explode. I mean, there was games I call it out all the time. We're talking about double-digit numbers of targets throughout the whole year like crazy. I mean, so look for Trey McBride to get it. Brenton Strange. This was a demon one. This one's tough. I mean, we've been liking Brenton Strange in your dynasty stuff, but let's just see how it goes week one. 0.5 touchdown. All he has to do is score. You'll win you some money. Teammate, though, over. BTJ, over 76.5 receiving yards. Listen, I'm a Brian Thomas Jr. guy. I believe he hits that with ease. And then James Conner over 68.5 rushing yards. But, you know, Craftman loves him some James Conner. So, another bet on James Conner. And then my guy, Amon Roski. Over 69.5 receiving yards versus the Green Bay Packers. Got no secondary. Craftman said that old Bo Melton, they putting him at the corner spot. That's how desperate they are right now. So, listen, I'll recap it right here. Those are our bets. These are 10, or I'll say the regular ones first. I got Christian McCaffrey, over 72.5 rushing yards. Then I got Chuba Hubbard, over 61.5 rushing yards. DK Metcalf, over 4.5 receptions. Trey McBride, over 59.5 receiving yards. Brian Thomas, over 76.5 receiving yards. James Conner, over 68.5 rushing yards. Amon-Ra, over 69.5 receiving yards. And those are your prop bets. Prize Picks, Underdog, Dabble, Sleeper, whatever platform you use. Match it up with these these right here, what we got, and it never fails. Hopefully we'll hit a high percent rate like we did last year. But like I said, at the bottom of the screen, you can see every bet placed. Our demon ones, our 4 demon ones we got. Joe Flacco, over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Mike Evans to score a touchdown. Brenton Strange to score a touchdown. And tonight, Dak Prescott to throw for 2 touchdowns. So those are our 4 demon ones. We're going to keep up with them separately like we do with the regular Prize Picks. So, you know, bear with us. Thank y'all for listening to the podcast and all that good stuff. But one last thing. Every week, DFS. We're giving out a DFS lineup. Every week, I don't play DFS. This is more Poor Man P. Miller. This is Craft Man. One of them are going to give us a lineup every week. So this is the Craft Man today, and this was loaded. So at quarterback, he's got Michael Penix. We're Michael Penix guys on this podcast. We thinking he's going to pop off. Running backs, he got CMC and got Jahmyr Gibbs. Stacked, man, stacked. Wide receiver, you got London, Waddle, and Evans. At tight end, you got Theo Johnson. At your flex, you got BTJ. And on defense, you got the Arizona Cardinals. And look, I'm going to go ahead and say it. They're not here to explain themselves, but when you do DFS, the strategy that these guys like to use is not pay a lot of quarterback, not pay a lot of tight end, not pay a lot of defense. You find whatever the discount is for those. And then you put your big money on your running backs and your wide receivers. That's why this man Kraftman can walk away with a lineup with McCaffrey, Gibbs, London, Waddle, Evans, Brian Thomas Jr. That's a stacked lineup right there. But that's because he's put less money on the Cardinals, Penix, uh, Theo Johnson. That's what I'm saying. Like if Theo Johnson gets a touchdown, like Kraftman's probably winning money. You know what I'm saying? So that's our DFS lineup for the week. And this is just all our week one gambling. I mean, how many? We got a DFS lineup. We got 7 money lines. We got 10 over and unders. That's 17 bets between 4 members of the Fake Stuff Podcast crew. That's all the bets we have placed this week. So check us out. Thursday night slate. We got our slate out. That's at the beginning of the episode. Cowboys +8. Then we got all of week one right after that. Everybody, listen. Thank y'all so much for listening to the podcast. This is what we do. This is what we do. So share the show. Don't be a hoe. But everybody, thank y'all so much for listening to the podcast. For those who've been listening, thank y'all. 5-star review. Subscribe. What else? Like it. Add us on stuff, man. Just join us for this football season. It starts right now. I cannot wait. Every week you're seeing me and Kraftman on here, and we gambling. We got to get our gambling picks out. Thank y'all for everybody who is listening. But with that said, we are out.